Money in Main Street is back with more money advice in our CEO sit-down. It's coming from Henry Montag. Henry is licensed in securities and insurance. He's a certified financial planner, and he's also a partner at Financial Forums. He's had various securities and insurance licenses for more than 32 years, so a wealth of experience there. Welcome to our program, Henry.
Thanks for having me on, Giovanna.
Thank you. Well, we want to talk to you today about financial literacy for kids. Now, I know that this is very important to you. When is the appropriate age to start teaching these lessons to children to where they can actually understand?
I think when they're old enough to hold a couple of coins in their hand and ask for more. I know as a kid that my dad started me out by just giving me coins, and I didn't know what the coins were, but I just knew that when he gave me a couple, I just wanted a couple more, and he built me a piggy bank and actually put those coins in the piggy bank, and I just know that that made me feel very good. So money begets money, and anybody who looks at the value of something in their hand and wants more has that in their heart, and from there you can go ahead and begin building and teach a child how to go ahead and earn more of those coins.
Give us a few examples of age-appropriate lessons.
Well, when a child is between 5 and 10, as I say, it's a matter of just holding on to the coins. Once a child is, say, between 10 and 15, a child has to begin learning the fact that there's a difference between something that he might want and something that he might need. And that you can't have an emotional tizzy fit in the middle of a store when you're out with mom or dad. So being able to understand that you have something and you can't have everything is a very, very good lesson. Once a child reaches an age of 15 to 20, it's certainly time that that individual begins working and that that individual begins understanding the value of money and understands what mom and dad pays for different things around the house. There are an awful lot of games that kids can play on their own, but I think one of the best games is to be able to interact with mom and dad and be able to say, what's this and what does this cost and how much does it cost to run the house, how much does it cost to actually put money into the car. Being able to give a child the opportunity to walk into a store and not have the mom or dad pay for it, but to actually have the child pay for it, and to have a child get the change and then understand the concept.
Now, there are certain things that you definitely should not give to your child before a certain age.
I think that the biggest problem that we have is being able to spoil a child and having that child...
But that's subjective.
Well, as a parent of 5 kids who has unfortunately spoiled an awful lot of my children as I was growing up until my wife straightened me out, I can speak from experience. It's better to have a child have the opportunity to work for something, to want something, and not just have it always be given to that child.
Now, something that a lot of families are dealing with right now, let's say that your family is struggling financially. How much should you share with the child? You want to bring them in so they understand that everybody has to tighten their belts, but you also don't want to do it to the extent to where they're worried and it affects them.
It's a fine line, but I think that as a parent, one of the things that we try to do is give a little bit more to our child than we might have had. And sometimes in doing that, we inadvertently may wind up spoiling that child. So it's no longer a matter of keeping up with the Joneses. Today it's a matter of keeping up with Bobbies and Sammies and some of the toys and some of the sneakers and some of the clothes the children have.
So what do you share?
I think it's important to for the parent to let the child know that I'd like to buy this for you, but right now mom and dad can't do it, and you're going to have to wind up just doing without it, or you could wind up working for it. And if you decide that you want to buy this, you can go ahead and use your money. But I think it's important to be honest with the child, to be able to let the child know that he or she can have everything that they want.
Okay, final lesson that parents absolutely need to convey to their children.
Everyone talks about intelligent IQ. I talk about EQ, the emotional quotient. Not letting that child from childhood on throw a tizzy fit if he or she wants something. To let the child know that there are choices and let the child know that there's a difference between what he needs and what he wants.
Okay, great advice. Thank you so much.
Thank you.